What's up, guys? It is Wyatt and my boy Steven.
Hey.
And we're kind of doing something that I don't usually do. We're going to buy a project car, and I think it'll be pretty cool. So we are headed there right after we get A&W because I'm hungry. But yeah, it's pretty cool, and yeah, it should be kind of fun. We'll go wheeling with Steven. He's got a car kind of like it. So I just said wheeling, didn't I?
Yep.
Well, shit. That should give it away. But I'm not going to tell you what it is until we get there. So go get some food in me because I'm freaking starving. And then we will go show you the new shitbox that we are buying. It's pretty tight. You want some fucking cheeseburgers? Jesus Christ, this thing's a freaking gas hog. That's ridiculous. So, Steven, how you like the new whip, bro? This thing is mint. In case you guys didn't know, it was missing a taillight. So I had one off the old truck that we tore apart. Definitely just duct taped this thing on here, and it works perfect, dude. So great. No receipt. Go yourself. And yeah, we'll see what she does. I'll give you guys just a little bit of a walk around, but I'll show you more tomorrow in the light. But this thing's actually pretty clean. I did get the thing for freaking $900, so not too bad. It's already kind of lifted, needs tires, but it runs strong. Transmission's pretty good. We had a freaking leak up here already. Me, need to see what that's about. And yeah. That's probably why it's low on coolant, but anyways, here is the new pile. Yeah, I'm going to check out this freaking leak real quick, and then I'll film a little more. This is some bullshit. I want my money back. Ugh. What the hell? I think we're definitely leaking something up here. You can see it down there just dripping. What the f***, dude? No, I don't think so.
Because when you run the AC, they leak.
Yeah, but the drain's back there on the firewall. Hold the hood up. Let me see.
They have hood latches.
Oh yeah, just put that up. This thing's definitely leaking coolant, bro.
Is it coolant or is it...
I don't know. I'm pretty sure it is coolant. I'm not really sure where it's coming from. It's dripping down the frame rail, though. Get used to it, bro. This is a Jeep thing.
Yep.
This is definitely how it's going to go the entire time I own this. Oh, it's definitely leaking out of the radiator over here. I'm pretty positive.
I thought it was a new radiator.
It seems like wet right in here. It's probably leaking out of the radiator.
There's some snow in it.
So it turns out they didn't have gallons of water, so we're improvising. This thing's getting some nice freaking water to drive home on. And I know this is just an overflow, but if I let the car cool down, it should theoretically suck this into the radiator, so we'll be fine. I'm gonna get you a light here, buddy. I'm gonna sell it. You know anybody wants to buy a Jeep?
I'm sure.
Turn around, make money on it. All right, that's good. I think this is a pretty good deal on this thing.
Yeah.
You know? Like, a little more than I wanted to spend, but honestly, minus a radiator or whatever, and some other shit, I think it'd be alright. Alright. Needs a fucking bath for sure. Oh, you guys want to see the best part about this thing? Check this out. We're going to look at it, right? And the first thing the dude says is, yeah, we had a little cab fire. Look at this f***er. Straight burnt the shit out of the carpet, bro. Like, charred to f***. Like, what? Alright, let's hit the road, dude. I'm over it. We're about 30 minutes into our drive, and I'm happy to report that we have had no major issues other than the little bit of a radiator leak, which is what I think it is, but I'm not positive. But luckily, it's actually not getting hot. We're running right at like 190, and it has not gone above that. It's actually a little bit below that most of the time. But yeah, so far so good. It's actually driving really well. I've totally expected this thing to be all over the road and drive like a pile of shit, but it's actually really good. If you guys know anything about Jeeps, which I'm not a huge Jeep guru, but I had a couple buddies with Jeeps back when I was in high school, and I've kind of always wanted one. Anyways, not knowing a whole bunch about Jeeps, the thing they're known for is death wobble when you hit big bumps with them. And I was straight flying down the highway here at like 70 and hit the biggest bump that's on this road, and no death wobble. And I was actually very surprised. I had a death grip on the wheel, ready to freaking, get the thing settled down. But it's actually driving really good. The other thing I have noticed that is kind of weird is there is an airbag light that comes off and on. But otherwise, that's about the only other issue it really has. It's driving really good. I forgot to mention to you guys earlier, I think the reason that dude was getting rid of it so cheap is because the transmission is kind of funky. It drives really great first through fifth gear, but in reverse, when you're backing up, it makes like a lot of noise. So I'm not sure what that is. It goes into reverse just fine and it backs up, but it doesn't lurch, but there's like a loud noise coming from it. So not really sure what that is. If it ends up being like a NV 3500 or whatever, I can get parts for this thing all day long. So that's something we'll have to look into. But yeah, other than that, really, I'm pretty impressed with it. I really can't complain. Obviously, in the morning, I'll be able to look over it a little bit more, as I didn't spend a whole lot of time looking at it today. But yeah, so far so good. The other thing that's awesome is the heat works really good. It blows super hot. The AC doesn't really work all that great, which is no problem, because I was going to turn the AC pump into an air compressor anyways. And the freaking stereo works. So that's a huge plus. I actually have a big subwoofer and amp out of the truck that we're turning into the race truck. So that's definitely going to go into this Jeep, because that sub and amp is worth like a little over half what I paid for this thing. But you're not a real Jeeper if you don't have a sound system that's worth more than your Jeep. So it's whatever. If I encounter any more issues, I will make sure to record them. But so far so good. I think we're going to stop at the car wash. But then we're headed back to the shop to dismount some tires for my buddy Steven, and we'll go from there. Wash, baby. Freaking Ricers next door. Well guys, we just got done with the car wash, and these things, mine looks really clapped out. Steven's is really cool, but I mean, I've been a Jeep guy for an hour, right? Been in the Jeep life an hour. Yep. I'm already looking up the cheapest LED lights on Amazon. Light bars, baby, and hood risers, because it's a Jeep thing. So yeah, friggin' really cool. We are getting ready to head back to the shop for the night, and I will film some more on my Jeep in the morning. We need to get Steven home. It's past his little bedtime. Let's get out of here before one of these overheats. It's a Jeep thing. Hell yeah, this thing's a freaking rocket, dude. Super fast. That was full throttle, by the way. As you can see, it is now daytime out, and I've already gone ahead and tried to flex the Jeep out a little bit. Just gonna say that the rear definitely needs some lighter springs. The guy that I bought it from said that it has like Chevy S10 rear springs, and I think they're a lot stiffer than the Jeep Cherokee factory springs are. So yeah, it's not really tucked in the rear. It kind of just frame flexes the whole Jeep. So here you go. That is this thing pretty much as flexed out as I could get it. It started to spin a little bit, so I couldn't get it back up on the hill further. So I'm going to turn it around and try flexing out the front and see if we can't get the rear to compress at all. But as you can see, this thing is just like not tucking rear tire whatsoever. And like I said, I think it's just because those stiffer springs. But anyways, like I said last night, I don't know how much rambling on I was doing. I'm actually really happy with this thing. I took it to the car wash and got all the mud cleaned out from under it. Like I said, I'm not a huge Jeep guy either. So as far as I know, this is a short arm lift kit, which is better than like a factory arm kit, I guess. I'm not really sure. It definitely needs an exhaust. As you can see, this thing has seen better days. Back here is what was rattling. It just straight hits on the axle. So need to get all this fixed, which I will do very shortly. I have an old muffler laying around and an old cat, so put a new one of those on there and keep it quiet, make it pass emissions. On the driver's side also, it's got a huge crack in it. So yeah, that's kind of the update on the Jeep so far. It flexes, but not super great. Yeah, like I said, I don't know a whole lot about Jeeps, but it's got quick detachable sway bars up front, which is cool, I guess. And I'm not sure if that coil spring is supposed to be flexed out like that, but it is. So yeah, let's go ahead, flip this thing around real quick and see if we can't get it to, you know, frickin' squat some tire. I don't know what Jeepers say. It's definitely, oh, what the hell's the word? I know what they call it. Stuffing. It's definitely stuffing front tire up here. As you can see, this thing is just plowed into the fender well. So that's kind of cool. But yeah, definitely some lighter springs in the rear to help it flex out some more. But yeah, let's turn this thing around right quick. This is actually really the first time I've seen this Jeep in the daylight. When we went to look at it, it was pretty dark out, and then when I went to buy it was last night at like 9 o'clock, so it was dark again. And in the sunlight, it's actually really freaking nice. The paint on this thing is like really good shape. I'm gonna definitely just do a little buff on it real quick and never worry about it again, but it's actually really freaking nice. It's still got a great clear coat on it, There's only a few little areas, like up here, there's like this. I don't know what that is. Try and buff it out of the hood also. It's pretty straight for what it is, minus up here. I think somebody had left something sitting right here and slammed the hood shut because it's definitely got a little hooey there. But otherwise, this thing's really straight, really good paint. The other problem area is right here on the fender. I need to pull this out because every time you go to open the door, it fucking stuffs the fender in, which kind of sucks. But it is what it is, typical Jeep things. And there's a little bit of rust on it, you know, just like body rust or whatever, like back here on the hatch. There's like this little bit here, and I think there's some underneath these side panels. But for 900 bucks, dude, I am super happy about this purchase. Definitely don't have a reason for this thing, and I don't really know why I bought it. It was kind of an impulse thing, but definitely gonna have some fun with it. Go mob it, maybe record some videos if you guys want to see those, and just go beat the hell out of it, have a good time, and have a little fun trail rig. Some things I want to do right off the bat though are get rid of this front bumper. I absolutely hate the look of these, so I'm going to completely take that whole thing off and probably build something. Since we got the tubing bender, maybe I'll build like a nice bull bar or something for it. Something kind of cool there. And then on the side, we're going to get rid of all the trim. That shit has got to go. It looks horrible. And then we're going to cut the front fenders. So we'll probably take and just follow the trim piece here, just kind of mark it and then cut the fenders out to match. And same with the rear. We're going to cut these out a little bit so that when we are stuffing tire, we are not digging into the fenders too much. So that's kind of like on the list of the first things to do, along with fixing the exhaust, getting a taillight, and fixing the coolant leak. I also want to build a little quick disconnect for the sway bar. I'm not sure if that was really holding me up from flexing out just a minute ago. So I will be building some like quick disconnects for the rear sway bar, since the front already has quick disconnects. You can see those right there. So yeah, really cool setup. I mean, I don't know if they're great or not, but it has them. Like I said, I'm not a huge 4x4 guy, so I don't really know what it takes to make these things flex out super hard, nor do I really want to. I just want to go beat it up on the trails a little bit. So should be perfect for that. If you guys have any suggestions or are a 4x4 guy with a Cherokee or whatever, leave me some suggestions of what I should do to this thing down in the comments below. I'm going to do the typical Jeep things, like put a freaking roof basket on it and put LED light bars all over it, because light bars are cool as hell. And put some 33s on it, because I believe these are 31s. But other than that, I don't really have any other idea. I was thinking about doing a different lift kit, but honestly, I think this one's going to work out okay for us. Maybe look at doing some different shocks that will give me a little more travel. But really, that's about it. That's all I can think of. So, like I said, if you guys have experience with these things, I am open for suggestions. Go ahead and leave them in the comments. Another thing to mention is this thing does have S10 rear leaf springs in it. So if you guys have a suggestion of a different leaf spring I should run, let me know. Or if you have a set that you're looking to sell, just like a stock set, I might be interested in purchasing those from you. So yeah, super happy with this buy so far. Let's go ahead and take a look at the interior real quick and go from there. So be warned, this thing needs a bath super bad. It is gross in here. As you can see, it's super dusty, and like down here in the console, it's just super gross. But yeah, totally needs a bath, and we're gonna do that first thing when we start tearing into this. Steven was saying that this is not the factory wheel for this thing. I'm not really sure, because like when you turn the turn signal on and you turn the wheel, it should like knock it back, you know, the clock spring or whatever, and it does not do that. So if you can confirm this is not the factory wheel, let me know. It's not a huge deal, but I'm definitely interested. It definitely needs a passenger side window switch also, so we're going to be doing that. This thing is a manual. I don't know if I mentioned that earlier. It's the 4-liter with a 5-speed manual in it, so kind of cool, I guess. Not really sure if it's going to hurt me or help me. Honestly, I think an automatic's a bit easier to wheel, but it is what it is. Another thing I need to fix is this freaking seat. This thing is destroyed. Look at this. Look how much you can move that fucking thing. And it's like all slanted towards the back, so like when you sit in this thing, you're just like totally in that corner, leaned over. So that is definitely on the fix list of first things that need done. Go ahead and unlock this thing. Take a freaking look in the back here. Pretty clean back here. I definitely want to pull the seats out and like just totally detail everything in here. Probably going to pull the carpet out and either replace it or power wash it off because it's disgusting. Maybe clean the headliner up a little bit. But otherwise, like I said, I'm really freaking happy with this thing. Back here, it was already wired for a sub. It's got this cap deal and some other things. So we have a sub in the shop out of the old truck that's definitely going in this. And yeah, that's like really all there is to it. Freaking super simple Jeep things. Like I said, I don't really know why I bought this thing. It was kind of an impulse buy. It's actually funny how it came about. I had posted on my Facebook asking if anybody had a Jeep for sale. And literally that night, my buddy Steven was at Walmart, and this guy that owned this Jeep prior to me came up to him and he's all, "Hey, you want to buy a Jeep?" And Steven's like, "I don't really need one." Remembered that I had posted about it. He shot me the dude's info, went and looked at it the next day, and then I bought it yesterday. So it ended up working out really well. Like, the dude wasn't really even trying to really sell it. Obviously he sold it, but he wasn't like in a huge hurry to do so. So I just think it's kind of funny how that worked out, you know, just in the middle of nowhere at a freaking Walmart parking lot. Asked my buddy if he wanted to buy a Jeep, and look, now it is here in my lot. So yeah, pretty cool. Like I said, if you guys want to see more content on this thing, go ahead, leave me a comment down below. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with it. Just probably a whole bunch of budget mods on it. It'll probably be getting a welded rear diff, maybe a locker up front at some point, like an ARB or something. It's also going to get the AC doesn't work on it, so I'm going to do a video on how to turn the AC compressor into a air compressor. So that might be kind of cool if you guys want to see something like that. But like I said, if you guys want to see videos on this thing, leave me a comment down below letting me know and give me some ideas of what you want to see with it, like whether it's modifications or doing something with it. I'm really up for anything. I literally bought this thing just to go beat on and have a good time. Since I do live here in Colorado, we do have a bunch of mountains that we can go kind of trail ride on and rock crawl around. So yeah, there's that. If you guys want to see it, make sure to leave a comment. With that being said, that's really all I have for you today. Kind of the unveiling of the new project. Yeah, not really sure what to say about it. Honestly, I'm already in love with it, and I think it's going to be super fun to just go play with. So yeah, I am recording this on Christmas Eve, but you guys will see this on Christmas morning. So I want to wish you guys all a Merry Christmas. And I know it's not New Year's yet, but it's like really close. So I want to reflect on this past year and just say thank you to everybody who watches this channel. I know I don't upload a whole lot, but it is super humbling when I do upload a video and all of you guys leave comments saying I'm glad you're back, love the content and all of that stuff. It just makes my day. So I do really appreciate that, and I hope you guys continue the support in 2020 as I'm going to be trying to upload a lot more. And we got some big things coming, whether it's with the Jeep or the race truck. So I'm going to be trying to travel a lot more next year with the race truck when it's done. I know I've met a bunch of you guys like when we're down in Florida and Texas and whatnot. So I'm going to be trying to do a lot more of that in 2020. And I'd love to see you guys out there. Like I said, I freaking appreciate the support. It has been one hell of a year. I've had an absolute blast, and I am super thankful for it. And it's all because of you guys watching these videos. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you. And I appreciate the continued support. So wish you guys a Merry Christmas. I'm gonna go ahead and end this video off because I still have some last minute Christmas shopping I need to get done today. And we'll see you guys in the next one. If it's not before the New Year's, I wish you guys a Happy New Year's. And I guess we'll see you when I get around to uploading another video. Thanks for watching, and we will see you guys later. Peace.